question I was going to wrap up. So what do you think Colorado needs to do to win, and what needs to go their way for them to win?
I think a tad bit, they need to put Dylan in pressure. They need to pressurize Dylan in some capacity, whether it's being ballsy in the, sending pressure, putting him in decision-making situations. But this is the thing, though. I've seen him being composed. So I would say that would be the number one thing, sending pressure at Dylan. Because we saw. That's the thing, though. When I'm looking, I'm getting flashbacks of the film. I'm like, well, he was in pressure situations. He was, So it seemed like he responded well. Second would be stop the run. If you could take away anything, you want to take away something. It's either you stop the pass or you stop the run for Colorado's defense. So take away one of those, and then get the ball out. I would say get some fumbles. Cornerbacks make plays. Travis Hunter needs to have a big game on defense, or not Travis Hunter. The DBs need to have a good game plan going in. Shiloh Sanders is going to be that one high safety. If they stay in that, they're going to have a really long day if they come out the way they did against North Dakota State. And then on offense, just executing. And being able to run the ball when they have to. That would be my number one thing, and no turnovers. So pretty simple. And when you get in field goal opportunities, hit your field goals.
Yeah, and that's one thing I wish we would have got to see a little bit from. See some longer field goals. We got on one page said the shortest field goal make of the week, so we at least won that award, 20 yards. But I would have liked to see just a little bit. Maybe a 30-40 yarder just to see, and for them to see that one go through before the high pressure game this coming Saturday. Because again, it's one of those things where last year, I feel like Alvano almost got in his head a little bit, got rattled. But there's another instance here where the offense now can take pressure off of the kickers because we're not reliant on them for our points. We're not as constantly relying on him because we can't score points from our offense. So that's going to be huge. And also the punting game is going to be big time. We're going to need our special teams to step up as well. But I think a lot of kind of what you're alluding to is really, it's just, and I agree with this, as long as Nebraska goes out there and just plays their game, right, and doesn't deviate from that, they don't have to do anything special. They just have to do what they've been practicing to do every single day. And Matt Rule's kind of, I think, been working with them this offseason and kind of getting them in the mindset to these are the type of games where they want to wear on a team and really assert their physicality and their dominance. And I think they really want to come in and really make Colorado feel them after the game, right? Like they want Colorado walking away from this game like they felt versus Oregon last year, and what's your kind of take on that as well?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a physical game on both ends. I think Colorado is going to come out physical. Yeah. They're not going to come out scared. They're not going to come out timid. But the overall thing is that Nebraska is bigger and stronger and more sound, more disciplined, a lot more efficient as an overall team. So using that to your advantage when it's time to get off the field, get off the field. When it's time to line up in the right formation, line up in it. So using that to advantage, I think Colorado. Also, one thing for their offense, I think using tempo for Colorado's offense, I think that will be key because the only drive that UTEP got things going really was when they started using tempo, right? And so I think with the 3-3-5, there's so many different pieces, so many different adjustments, lineup, stuff like that. So one way to get them off their game is to line up in tempo, line up in some unbalanced stuff like UTEP did. So yeah, I think it is going to be physical.
Yep. And